is the Comrade Show. The Comrade Show. Wait, Comrade Lante Oriake. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. The Comrade Show. Wait, Comrade Lante Oriake. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Comrade Show. The Comrade Show. Wait, Comrade Lante Oriake. Live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us. Follow. Yes, my people. A very good evening to you all and greetings to you wherever you are watching us from. This is the Comrade Show. And my name is Comrade Lante Ikmosa Oriahi. And of course, this is the segment we call the Comrade and Friends. Of course, we know that we always have the Musketeers here with us. But in addition to the Musketeers, we equally have a special visitor, a guest, one who is going to be telling us a lot. Of course, we are very happy to have her here with us because part of the things she's involved with are things that promote Edo State and our Edonans. And of course, we're going to be talking to her. But after talking to her, we're going to be looking at some issues all around. Of course, the attack on Governor Ortom of Benue State is still very much high out there. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to be looking at, very briefly, we're going to be congratulating the governor of Edo State, Governor Godwin Obaseki, over his victory at the appeal court. Of course, there are a few other things here and there we're going to be touching. But before much ado, because we've taken some time into this, I want to quickly apologize that we are starting this program a bit behind the schedule. But while apologizing, on a very good note, we want to use this medium to congratulate some of our brothers, talking of Burna Boy and, of course, Wizkid, that, recently just won, the Grammy Award. And we think that that is a very beautiful feat, for Nigeria. While we wallow in so much insecurity, economic, doldrums and stuff like that, we are still getting things to smile about, and we are glad. Unfortunately, I'll say unfortunately, the federal government of Nigeria appear to want to take some glory from this matter, like they are the ones who sponsor these boys in their music. Well, we're not going to discuss that matter. We just congratulate Burna Boy, we congratulate Wizkid, and we're happy that Davido is beginning to embrace the spirit of, we are all in it together. Hopefully Davido at some point is going to win his own. But we equally congratulate Davido, even though he has not won this year's Grammy Award. But he did play in Coming to America Part 2. And I think that was a very good thing of all of this, uplifting the name, Nigeria, as it were. So, my people, that is it on that note. But before I bring on the guys, I want to quickly say, within a week, there had been so much talk about, why is Governor Obaseki, standing by the COVID vaccination exercise taking place in Edo State? Why is he not stopping? Is a lot of, hula baloo, and all of these predicated on the suspension of the AstraZeneca vaccine by some countries in Europe. But I want to announce to you that the countries that suspended AstraZeneca vaccine, they've resumed. As a matter of fact, Spain announced today that they are going to resume on Wednesday, and all of that. Because they suspended because they thought that AstraZeneca vaccine was responsible for some reported cases of a blood clot among some people and all of that. But the European medicine agencies and, of course, the World Health Organization have come out on Thursday to say that AstraZeneca, vaccine actually has nothing to do with, the blood clot, stuff after serious investigation. And so these countries are coming back. And so therefore, for those who predicated their argument on, Spain, Germany, and a few countries that did suspend the exercise and asking the governor of Edo State to stop the exercise. And I did come out to say that the governor of Edo State has no local standing, has no authority to stop the vaccine. When such things happen, government are listening to the experts. So we expect the experts in Nigeria, the scientists in Nigeria, to advise the Nigerian government on what to do if there is the need to do anything to suspend or stop the exercise. But I always say we should adapt whatever we are doing policy-wise. We should look at our peculiarities and, of course, do a lot of investigation concerning us as a people. So if it's good for us, it should be good. Let's carry on. If it is not good, it is essential that the authorities, take the appropriate measures. It is not a matter for Governor Obaseki. Well, that's just to mention that. My people, I want to quickly bring on board, according to Musketeers, they are the Comrade and the friends. I have right in the house, I want to start with pharmacist Austin Iremiran. I usually call him Comrade Pharmacist Austin Iremiran to say hello to the people. Pharmacist.
Thank you so much, Comrade Lamti Oreki. It's good to be here again with our Sunday tonic. My viewers, we greet you now very well. We ask you all to stay tuned, enjoy our discussion, and remember you are a strong part of it. Once again, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the globe.
Thank you very much. That is a pharmacist, Austin Iremiran. I equally have in the house, of course, a unmistakable face of the Comrade show, Comrade and Friends. It's not a person, but Dr. Tony Usakmama Agbons. As a matter of fact, Dr. Agbons is, I call him Comrade Dr. Agbons. And just yesterday or the day before yesterday here, he was live on Arise Television as a special guest, a public commentator who did, throw some light on issues of Nigeria. And of course, he did us very proud on that program. And of course, on that note, I want to bring, Comrade Dr. Tony Agbons.
Comrade Lamte Ikonsari, I greet you, my brother. I hope the local government is very well sorted at your end over there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, pharmacist Austin Iremiran, I greet you, my brother. And even our guest, I know Comrade will introduce her later. I also greet you. Welcome to the program. Our people who are watching all over the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Those of you who don't reach night, good night as well. Welcome. Thank you for joining us this Sunday afternoon. Good to be here again. I hope we are all feeling good.
Yes, thank you very much, my brother. That is Dr. Tony Agbons. Yes, like I said earlier, we have a special guest in the house. She's joining us from America. She's an Edo child, but she's in America, but she's thinking about home. And they are doing a lot currently to improve the home front. She's going to be talking about what they are doing. She's going to be talking about their organization. So when I did hear, when she spoke with me, and I heard what they are doing, and I thought that the right thing for us to do is to bring them to this platform, and of course, have a chat with her. Get to know about the organization, of course, converse some posts for them. Because at the end of the day, the outcome, the end of what they are doing is nothing but to promote Edo State. On that note, my people, let us happily welcome Eve Idusui. Eve, say hello to the people.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Evie Daisy, like Mr. Comrade said, and I am a 16-year-old high school senior. I am one of the co-founders and president of 34 Colors, and thank you so much for having us here on the show today. 34 Colors ambassadors from all three countries, Canada, United States, and Nigeria, are super excited that you had us here on this show. And just to say real quick, 34 Colors, if you want to become part of 34 Colors, our website is 34colors.com, and you can apply to become one of us too, and we'll evaluate your application with an interview.
Thank you very much. Eve, for the sake of our own special audience we have, I'm going to ask you to try as much as possible to just talk as I'm talking right now, so that people don't, get to listen to you and miss some words. I don't know if you can bring it down a bit. It would be nice. Then for Comrade, don't use Mister. When you use Mister before Comrade, it looks like Comrade is a name. It's very important. The Comrade in our Taisi, it is Comrade Lante Bonsa Oriaki without a Mister. It's very important. So on that note, people, Evelyn, I'm going to ask Agbos, please roll with the question. Let's talk to Evelyn. Let's get to know what they do.
Yes, Evelyn, I want to welcome you to the Comrade Show. You are right here in front of the global audience. I'm sure Comrade is going to put up your visuals very soon. First of all, let me congratulate you for what you are doing. 16, when you said your age, now I was like, wow. So at 16, you're doing your heart of gold, and your sister as well, who is not here at this moment. So I want to ask you, what drove you into this? How did this come about?
Yeah, so like I said, I grew up in Nigeria, and my grandpa, Dr. Iyayi, he's late now. He always told me that we can't always help if we do not have, but we can always give the little that we have. And I realized early on that today, the little that I have is that I can raise $100,000 because it's so much huge money. But the little that I have today is my voice, and my voice is my power. And I'm not going to let anyone take that away from me. So I said that I'm going to go on with this. And I feel like my friends was a really big part of it too. Like I'm going to say later in the segment. My friends, Hassan, my friend McLean, my friend Dorothy, who are currently students at the University of Benin. I was going to school normally in a virtual settings, and they were home for 10 months. So that really sparked my interest in taking this problem and solving it. And before it was intense to take this project on, I was like just turned 16 that time. But I was motivated, and my sister, my family were huge support. And of course, the 34 Colors organization, my team members are really wonderful. So that's what really drove me into doing it.
Wow.
Thank you very much, Evelyn. I like what she said. She said my voice is my strength, and I think I picked that very strongly. But for you to know that her voice is her strength, we're going to play this excerpt before, Austin Iremira comes with the next question. Just listen to her voice and see if you find some strength in that.
Hi, my name is Evie Ducey.
Hi, my name is Angel Odusi.
And we're the co-founders of 34 Colors. 34 Colors is fast becoming a global organization. Our mission is finding, isolating, and solving real-world problems. Our very first initiative is helping medical school in Nigeria, specifically at the University of Benin Medical School, transition their learning online. This year, we all saw the world come to a standstill because of the COVID-19 global pandemic. Here in the US, we're extremely fortunate to have trained medical professionals thanks to education and skill frontline manage the outbreak.
Life as we know it might not return back to normalcy again. Education is different. Learning has moved from in-person to virtual learning. That's why 34 Colors centered its very first initiative around helping University of Benin medical students. The only way to reduce the brain drain of Nigerian doctors leaving the country is to empower them to create better and convenient learning opportunities for them.
Right now, our goal is to raise $100,000 to set up 34 Colors Creative Med Studio at the University School of Medicine. Our vision is to bridge the gap between science and technology, STEM. We intend to buy computers and other medical equipment, as well as internet facilities to enable students to learn virtually and research conveniently.
Please, ladies and gentlemen, visit www.34colors.com to find out more about ongoing campaign as well as how you can donate on it.
Tell everyone about us. Tell your children about us. They can also become volunteers by signing up on our website, 34colors.com, and join us to solve real-world problems one step at a time. Thank you, and Edo must move forward.
.34colors.com. You're working hard to support the University of Benin Medical School. The plan to get computers, They plan to do a lot of things, logistics and all of that, to support e-learning, to support research, and to support everything that the Medical School of University of Benin stands for. Austin Remiran, what do you have to say?
Absolutely fantastic. I say, wow. Congratulations to the Ducey. I think I've just skipped your sister's name, but congratulations to Eve as well for all the wonderful things you are planning to do and you've already started. Just on the comical side, how did you come up with 34 colors?
I knew that you're gonna ask me that question today. And my answer is that because all the, like I said, Teleport is a global organization, and all different countries have different types of flags. US have blue, Nigeria has green, and I feel like colors is a really powerful team because, for example, green represents growth, red represents love. So that's the unity that we stand. We represent every single country in this world, and we do not discriminate. We're for every single person. We solve the problems that are dearest to us, our hearts, and 34 Colors, which is the best situation right now because we wanted to represent all single countries and all single type of colors is in there. Different type of colors: green, red, white, blue, yellow, different colors, 34 colors.
Thank you so much. I can see that your voice is really powerful, and that's what you've got, and you've put that in 34 colors. I would say I'm privileged as well because I also finished from University of Benin and I read pharmacy. So alongside with medical students, we always have lectures. So whatever benefit the medical school would also rub off on us, and of course the entire institution, and of course Edo State. So I'll say I'm so proud, and I hope that you can raise this money before long. Just to ask, how is the process of fundraising now? Is the money coming in very well? Are people responding very well to your good cause?
I would say in between because I feel like people were supportive, and that's why we have raised $6,000 plus. Like I said, I do not work, but that's why I'm here appealing to for the support of more funds because I believe that we can do it. Because we're doing it for our brothers, our sisters, our grandparents, our aunties and uncles who live there. My three grandmothers live there, my aunties and uncles, everyone live there. And I feel by equipping medical students with the resources they do need, will benefit everyone. So that's why I'm here today to request more donations and more funds for 34 Colors to continue our mission because I do not think that it's going to be possible without people's help. So yes, but we're getting there. I believe that we're going to raise the money. $100,000 is a really huge amount of money, but at the same time, we can raise it together.
I'm very sure we will raise it together before long, and I know our viewers will want to key into this. I'm really happy, given your age, probably not that of your sister, but with the commitment you guys have shown, it is really awesome. And in your introduction, you did mention that you have lots of maybe schoolmates that were your classmates in primary school who are now in medical school, and they support that as well. So I will say thank you so very much. I'm really elated, and I don't know if Tony has got a few questions more for her while I get ready for.
Yes, Tony. They have a target of $100,000 to support the University of Benin Medical School. That's some feats. But looking at the program itself, what do you have to say, Tony?
Yeah. In fact, it's very hard that I get stunned like this. I'm really short of words because for a 16-year-old to be thinking in this line, that I feel proud today being somebody from Edo State. I feel so proud. And you know what? Eve and Angel Dusui, your granddad is somebody I know very well. So, and I will tell you maybe, off camera, it's somebody I know very well, Dr. Yai. So, growing up, I met him one-on-one. He attended my wedding and all that. So, I'm not really surprised because I think this is in the DNA. He was a massive philanthropist in Edo State. That was a man that single-handedly transformed his community. But I want to ask again, if Idusui, what made you choose University of Benin? Because in Edo State, we have another university Also, although I attended University of Benin, but I'm just trying to be generous at this point. So what made you and your sister to make that choice?
Like I said, Paul, I think my friends was a really big influence because my friends, majority of them that I still talk to, my sister's friends still attend the University of Benin, Dorothy, Hassan, many of them. And I was thinking that the University of Benin, in particular the medical school, holds a body of 800 plus medical students. You know, literally thinking what we're doing impacts the life of 800 medical students, but figuratively thinking impacts the Edo state of Nigeria as a whole, Edo state. Because look at it from a figurative aspect. So the University of Benin medical students, right, when they graduate, they move on to UBTH, University of Benin Teaching Hospital, to work or to practice, and that's therefore impacting the lives of indigenous. And not only that, most of them, like Hassan, who's a student at the University of Benin Medical School, he's not necessarily from Edo State, but he lives in another state. So whatever things that we're doing here at the University of Benin, because it's a federal hospital, it applies to other states too, so we can impact more lives. And in the future, we're gonna because they have good resources like the unlimited access to the internet and just more resources, then they can impact more lives as a whole. And I feel that's the goal of 34 Colors, not just impact one thing, but creating a sustainable future for the healthcare of those states and really a reliable healthcare system. And I feel like with adequate access to research, centers and other technologies like electron microscope and other things, they can do that. So that's why we chose the University of Benin.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you. Well done. I think on my part, I want to say that I key into this project. But do you have, apart from your website, are you having any like a GoFundMe a platform as well? Or is it just restricted to your www.34colors alone for the fundraising?
No, we have a GoFundMe link. I sent it to Mr.
Comrade.
Comrade.
Your pardon, go ahead.
He said not to say that.
It's all right.
But I sent it to him through WhatsApp. So
Yes.
Rob's gonna share it with you guys, with the viewers, so they can donate to it. It has like a really good video, not the one that I said, but a video from the student by themselves. I feel like you can necessarily hear from me, but I feel like the main thing is that you should hear from the student themselves. So when you go there, we have a essay or a letter in there, and we have a video from student themselves. So you can really see the situation for yourself and judge yourself and think whether you want to donate or not.
Thank you very much, Evelyn. I want to tell you that we are very elated. We are happy, for what you guys are, for the initiative or what you guys are doing. And I want to tell you that you have our support, okay? And whatever we can do to help promote this, we're gonna, push it all the way, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's a good thing. Not just because it's a good thing that benefit people, but it is that you guys are equally setting examples for others to, follow. At the end of the day, contributing to building a better Edo State, which is actually what the Comrade Show stands for. Having a better, Edo, for tomorrow. And so on that note, I want to say a very big thank you to you, to your team, and of course to everybody who is, supporting this initiative one way or the other. But I want to quickly talk to our audience, and I want to say this is a noble initiative. If for nothing, it is an initiative that is, I won't say giving back, but giving to the Edo system, University of Benin. As she said earlier, that when we are able to support our medical school, indirectly we are supporting our own medical infrastructure, as it were. And so I think it's a very noble thing. 34colors.com is a website we have to visit, and of course follow up on all the necessary things, and of course support this particular vision. On our part, on our website, we are going to find space, equally create a publicity for 34colors.com, to help push this together. Yes, Austin, you want to say something? Go ahead, sir.
Yes, why I join you to congratulate her and urge our viewers to support this. I just want to say, Eve, I happen to be the National Secretary of the Year of Uniben Alumni in the United Kingdom. I am in touch, and I know the president of the University of Benin Alumni Association in the US. He's a medical doctor, Dr. Momodu. I'm aware recently they just transformed the Department of Faculty of Dentistry and that of Veterinary, Faculty of Veterinary Medicine as well. I will try and get his number, link it up with Comrade Lampton so that you can speak with him as well. I think you have a bigger space and more audience and more Uniben doctors and graduates there who would also support you. So I will get that information, forward it to Comrade Lampton, and you will get it in due course.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
So,
sir.
Evelyn,
I really appreciate it.
yes, the support is already coming gradually. Of course, a lot more things will be done, of course, to get this going. Yes, I want to give Dr. Agbons a last word for Agbons on this evening's Eve's matter. Sorry, I'll be calling Evelyn. Eve.
No problem.
Comrade, what I have to say is that it's just to appeal to all our viewers worldwide. We've had this young girl of 16 with her sister Angel, based in the US, but they are thinking about home. And I think that is the vision of this program, is what we are all thinking about. And like she said in her word, you know, she's thinking of a better Edo State, and that is all what we have all been clamoring for. So I just want to appeal to every one of us. Nothing is too small, nothing is too big. I always tell people, charity is not the absence of governance. It is just an attempt for us to, you know, give a helping hand. We can always do something within our little space. So congratulations, Eve. I see you and I see the future. This is not, you are not stopping here. I see you and your sister really going places. Well done, girl. Go, girl.
Kudos. Thumbs up.
Yes, sir.
So, all right, Evelyn, we'll see you again. It's not a one-off thing. We're going to bring you here again at some point, of course, to follow up on all that you guys are doing. But congratulations in advance. In fact, congratulations all the way. And by the grace of God, hopefully this dream will be fulfilled and will be realized. So on that note, Evelyn, we're going to be leaving you right now, and the Comrade friends want to look at national issues. And because you're in America, you may not know exactly all that is happening. And so we may excuse you, and while we move on to the proper, you know, segment of the Comrade and Friends. So thanks, Evelyn. We are glad to have had you. And of course, we're going to, you know, of course, keep on talking to you. Regards. Yes, my people, we are here now, and we've got to now do what we have to do. And the issue is that we have a lot of things happening right now in Nigeria. Too many things. Some of them, as a matter of fact, I don't have to describe them, but just when you think that you have seen the end of it all, okay, you know, other things just come up, you know, and all of that. And so constantly there's always one discussion or the other, one matter or the other. There were issues we wanted to address today. When we looked at those issues, events have, you know, have overtaken those issues. Some other things have come up right now and all of that. Those ones have become the fresh things now that everybody's talking about. We don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but we want to start talking about them from the Comrade Show. But the man to flag off the very first matter right now on hand, very hot. The country is unsettled as it has been for months. As a matter of fact, for years. But this one is a huge surprise. Let's bring Dr. Agbons to, of course, establish this case. Dr. Agbons, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Comrade Lamptey. I think you have opened the door already. This one is a huge surprise. And I think most of us we saw this coming at some point. And now the day has come upon us. Just yesterday, the media, both the print and electronic and social media, was awash with the revelation, huge revelation by the current governor of the Middle Belt state of Nigeria called Benue. The governor escaped an assassination attempt by suspected Fulani herdsmen come bandits. In the words of the governor, because I've played that video a couple of times yesterday, it was only a miracle that he escaped. And the governor himself admitted that despite the huge security around him, if he cannot be safe, then the citizens of Benue, they are not safe. You will recall that Governor Samuel Ortom of Benue has been in the forefront, speaking out the truth to the central authorities in Abuja, or speaking out the truth to the northern oligarchs, or speaking out the truth to the Mieti Allah organization about the inhuman activities of Fulani herdsmen in his state of Benue. Girls and women being raped, farmlands being destroyed, crops being eaten up by cows and destroyed. And then he had the clash, the famous clash with the Bauchi state governor. And then we also had the cosmetic reconciliation that was facilitated by some other governors from the south of Nigeria. But yesterday, it was a hair's breadth escape. And the governor himself admitted that he had to run on barefoot for over 1.5 kilometers. He was lucky yesterday. So if a governor is not safe, who is safe? Where actually is Nigeria going? So this is the topic before us. Comrade Pharmacist Iremire, what do you have to say?
So, no, sir, just before the pharmacist comes on, I have this, I think I have this footage on, let us hear from the governor, before we now zero into the matter, so that some members of our audience that may not have followed this matter properly, they can, hear from the horse's mouth and, of course, understand this establishment and follow properly. So before you come on, Austin, let us listen to this excerpt.
Today, and it's normal as a farmer, I usually go to my farm. So I went to my farm along Boko Road, and on our way back, we started hearing some gunshots. We discovered people who were dressed in black. And from our experience, it was very clear that these are Fulani militia men, bandits. And I do not want to take things for granted, because a few days ago, the media were awash with the communique or the statement from the Fulani Mieti Allah, who met in Yola. That is where they met in 2006, and decided that they must take Nigeria as their country, and every other person living here must be slave. That was why they started infiltrating the entire country. And they came out with a statement. I was alarmed, singling me out as the only person who is creating problems for the entire Fulani race in this country. It was quite disturbing. And behind the scene, I also heard that in the meeting, I was targeted for elimination. This was the information I got. And they will go after me, whether in my home or in my farm or wherever they get me. And this is not the first time. I had intelligence before that these people said they were going to kill my security aides and then capture me alive and give me gradual killing. But like I always say, my life is in the hands of God. It's not in the hands of any Fulani man or anybody whatsoever. And I still remain firm. I will fight for truth, justice, equity, and fairness till when God permits that I should not be here again. Then I can go. But it's only God that can permit my exit on this earth. Not any Fulani man, I want to say it boldly. They have no right. They will continue to fail just like they did today. I appreciate the security personnel attached to me. They were able to repel them, and they could not have access to me. And thank God for my fitness to have run for more than 1.5 kilometers without stopping. It means that God has given me strength, and I'm grateful to God. And I want to say a quote from Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who said, "If peace means keeping my mouth shut in the midst of injustice and evil, I don't want peace. If peace means willingness to be exploited economically, dominated politically, humiliated and segregated, I don't want peace." Martin Luther King Jr. This is what he said, and I stand with him. I'm not going to subject myself to intimidation of anyone whatsoever. I don't have problems with any Fulani man or Fulani race, but I have problems with Fulani bandits who have vowed to take over Nigeria as their ancestral home. And I say no. Not when I'm here and when I am governor leading my state. I'm not concerned about other states. Other states who want to give their land and give themselves to be slaves to these Fulani men, I have no problem with them. But my own state, I have consulted with my people, and what I'm doing is in line with the wish of my people. On that I stand. I have not infringed on anybody.
Okay, that's quite a longer piece. Yes, Dr. Admos, go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much for that visual. It was, just like putting the icing on the cake of what I was trying to bake. Yeah. Pharmacist Iremira, I come back to you. We have already established the basis of this discussion. What is your take, my brother?
Thank you so much, my brother, Dr. Tony Agbons. It is sad. It is indeed very sad. We spoke about this last week. We spoke about it the week before. And I think at this rate, we're going to continue speaking about it. There's always one soap opera or the other. In the hierarchy of our political system, just immediately after the president comes the governors. That's why they share the same immunity. If this can happen to them, then we are almost a finished country. That the convoy of a sitting governor, not former, can be attacked in broad daylight, and the governor meant to run more than 1.5 kilometers to save his life. My brother, we are in big trouble. What started like a joke is now a ravaging fire. And it's almost 24 hours now. The federal government have not come up with any statement. Maybe they did in the last few minutes, but just before we came into this program, there has not been any report. Whether he's governor of PDP or APC, it doesn't matter. He is a Nigerian. Above all, he is a governor of a state and a territory in Nigeria. It is sad, Tony. Where do we go from here? Me and you and simple citizens are not safe. I even worry for the security aides of the governor. Remember, we spoke about the rogue 1999 constitution. All aides for governors come from the center. So they can even also be made to even kill him. They might not even go through by the roads. So we are in deep, deep trouble. I want to salute his courage. In fact, I am happy with the last statement he made, or one of the statements he made, relying on the proclamation and statement of Martin Luther King, saying that we cannot relax in the face of oppression, intimidation, difficulty, and claim that we are enjoying. It is a sad commentary. It's a sad news for Nigeria. Where are we going to? Who is going to come up and stand to save us? It has been established over and over again that we don't have a leader. Because I cannot imagine in a country where we have a sitting president, something like this happen. We should be getting a direct statement from the president and reporters asking questions on where we need to go. This is really bad. The 36 state governors are not in themselves safe. It has left the citizens now. It's coming to him. And he also said that he got credible information that this will happen. I believe he would have communicated to the appropriate authority, but nothing was done. Tony, when I was growing up in Benin, when the governor is coming, you see the skido and everybody coming before, everywhere is cleared, you know the respect. It will take a daredevil criminal to think of attacking the convoy of the governor. I wouldn't have believed that I would be told this in my 46 years of living in planet Earth. Where do we go from here, my brother? Nigeria is in a very, very difficult place at the moment. And if they think they will shut him up by this action, I think he's got enough fire, and that would help ginger other people, other governors as well, to stand up and ask the right question. We can't remain in sin for grace to abound. It is really sad, my brother. I'm lost for words.
Thank you very much, my brother, Comrade Pharmacist Iremire. While you were speaking, I was just looking at Comrade Lamte. I'm just trying to read his body language over this matter. So I'm not going to take too much of his time. So I would just throw the baton over to Comrade himself to tell us what he thinks about this attack, failed assassination attempt on the Benue State Governor, Samuel Ortom. The Comrade.
Bro, to be honest, I am dumbfounded. I am honestly, we've been talking about this for a very long time. Now, where we have got it to right now is we are getting close to the apex. If you recall, I was regularly playing one footage of one man who tried to unveil the plans of the Fulanis, and he said that by the time they finish with these rural killings, they will move now to the urban centers and they start targeting important personalities and all of that. Now, the governor was very sure in his explanation to say that the people they saw that attacked his convoy are Fulani headsmen or Fulanis, as the case is. Now, he tried to explain, to tie them to some threats that came from Miyetti Allah. Because of the truth, the entire Nigeria knows that Governor Ortom is one governor who is standing almost alone to attack the headsmen and the bandits with his words. And of course, we saw the spar, we saw the issues that happened between himself and of course the governor of Bauchi State, who came out publicly to give credence, to give support to the excesses of the Fulani headsmen. The governor of Benue State came out to tell the world that they have a right to bear firearms. And he attacked Governor Ortom. I think his name is Bala Muhammad, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Now, when we are looking at the entire terrain, we are trying to analyze this matter from the above. A governor of a state is attacked by terrorists. The president of Nigeria has not made a statement. If you want to tie all of this and you want to marry all of them, we got a report. I did show that report some couple of weeks back. This Mieti Yala, the federal government of Nigeria gave them 100 billion naira. 100 billion not appropriated by the National Assembly. Give it to them, like to pacify them, to make them control the art of banditry. And today, terrorism, kidnapping, they have assumed a dimension that is probably not seen in any part of this world before. Governor is attacked like this. And the federal government of Nigeria is not making any statements. The only governor who appeared to be saying something so far is even the River State governor, who came out to say that if anything happens to Ortom, the federal government of Nigeria should be held responsible. Now, when he was saying that, and I was listening to him, I was telling myself that this man doesn't even know that he may be the next target and he may not escape it. The Benin man says, now when you judge your enemy, or whether they judge your enemy, now you go judge yourself. They say, pikin way, you not get papa, not get mama. If you hear whether they advise you one way, get mama, get papa, give mama advice, you go to hear they take, so you go to learn. If the entire governors of the South region of Nigeria do not see the need to hold an emergency meeting to start protecting themselves and protecting the citizens of the South region, then whatever has happened to Ortom right now, anybody, any government happens to, we merit it. Because even as we speak, Nigerians of the South divide, from the west to the east to the south, they are dying their droves. They are being killed. We see a few surface on social media. So many we don't see. I like that this matter has happened. I like it. As troubling as it may be, I'm glad it happened. So that let it not be that the SSCs of terrorists, not bandits, or the essence of these terrorists, okay, that some of us can allege are being sponsored by the federal government of Nigeria. It's not only happening to the common people, to the common farmers. As we speak, without fear of intimidation, I want to say that if you are not aware, the grand patron of Mieti Allah is President Muhammadu Buhari. So there's a correlation in all of this matter. So President Muhammadu Buhari cannot tell us he's not aware of what is happening to Nigeria right now. I have the right to allege. I stand to be corrected. Let him come out and correct it. That the president of Nigeria is the leader of the terrorists in Nigeria. I stand to be corrected. I am alleging that all of the things happening right now, the things we are seeing right now, we suspect that Muhammadu Buhari is the leader of all the terrorist organizations in Nigeria. If he's not, he should come out and address that. The other day came out to say, oh, anybody if they find with AK-47 should be shot outside. Blackest statement. From that till now, there'll be killings, there'll be different kind of things. What has happened? Who has been arrested? Who has been shot outside? So far, under the directive of the federal government of Nigeria. So, my brother, what we see, we can't miss words about it, my brother. If President Muhammadu Buhari is not president of this country, somebody else is. I am sure there will be peace in this country. I am sure we'll find a way to give answers to this. Because the issue of these guys, don't tell us they cannot be solved. Today, over $1 billion cannot be accounted for. Money disbursed by the federal government to procure arms to fight these terrorists. As we speak, our boys in the military, many of them are resigning every day because they are not well equipped to confront these guys. The weapons we even have, they give the weapons and give it to the bandits. How can terrorists be stronger than the national army in a country. I think the plan is, like Ortom said, that the Fulanis who are in the minority in this country, okay, they want to dominate everybody. The other day it was alleged by the Yorubas. Igboho alleged that. Some other Yoruba scholars, you know, of course, you know, affirmed it. Every important position in Nigeria is being headed by Fulani man. The most important position, parastatals, they are being headed by Fulani man. The level of nepotism, okay, it's not by mistake. There's a reason for it. And I think that the only solution is this. The Berima says Akugbe or Etin in one Egbe Odeme. The meaning of that is that it is togetherness that is strength. It is division that is failure. The people should come together now. The people should be wise. The people who should not fragment themselves are the people of the South-South, the people of the South-West, the people of the South-East, the Middle Belt. We need to come together now and define the terms of this our Nigerianness. But we must come with unity of purpose. The corruption we are seeing by the governors of the different states, people who just look at their own belly and take away everything and leave everybody downtrodden, at the end of the day, with your money, they will come to you. They will come and kill you. Ortom is just lucky. Wike, you are a target if you don't know. Governor of Delta State, you are a target. Edo State Governor, you may be a target. All the governors are targets. If Ortom will be target, every governor in the south part of Nigeria is a target. So don't look at Ortom and pity him. Pity yourself. And bring yourselves together to defend yourselves and defend the southern part of Nigeria. And call that this president should step aside or should be pushed aside. Let us have somebody who's willing and ready to protect lives and property. And make this call, and I make both to make this call, because any president who cannot guarantee the protection of lives and property shouldn't be president, for crying out loud, my brother. That's my point.
Yeah, thank you very much, Comrade Lamte. Thank you. Very well spoken, thoroughly captured, and aptly delivered. God bless you, my brother. I think you've said a lot, so I wouldn't want to, overflog this issue again. It is clear now that the level of insecurity has assumed the highest dimension. The governor can even be attacked. Sometimes some of these governors, they go out on weekends and they don't go with enough security details. So if that was the case, going to that farm yesterday would have been saying something else differently now. So like you said, and I'm going to end with that, it is now time for our political leaders. I don't even want to call most of them leaders. Yeah, political rulers in the south of Nigeria. This is a wake-up call for them to wake up and see the reality. The ordinary citizens have been attacked, and a lot have been treated with kid gloves. It's not been taken seriously. I think to some extent, I agree with you, Lamte, that this has happened to a sitting state governor. So I'm sure now that maybe the Nigerian Governors Forum and all the leaders and elders of thought in the southern part of Nigeria, they will listen to the voice of reason. Because a lot of them, what I've seen in the south is they are doing permutations for the election coming 2023. And when we don't even know whether there will be any 2023. So that is a topic for another day. I'm sure we'll discuss on this program. So I'm going to end it there, this discussion of the attack on the governor. And we hope that we'll begin to see action, that this incident may just be the wake-up call that some of our political elites really needed to jack them up. So I will now hand over to Austin Iremire to introduce his topic. Austin, sir.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tony Agbons, and the wonderful contribution by Comrade Lamte Orahi. While we are talking of security, insecurity in Nigeria and how to get out of it, one wonder, if there's still another insecurity or poor education or lack of knowledge from the House of Representatives. Nigeria runs the House of Senate and the House of Representatives. And over the last few days, there's been this information, video on display of the acts of foolishness displayed by one of our House of Representative member. So much so that it is being concluded that where you live or where you are situated determine your citizenship and your trueness of if you are really Nigerian. To put this in perspective, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, by name Mr. Idris Wase, the video came where he purportedly clamped down on another member of the House of Rep, Honorable Mark Bila from Benue State, who was putting a bill forward on a discussion concerning land acquisition and other stuff that citizens or Nigerians living in the United States who are from Benue State made a bill, and he was trying to put it into the House for discussion. To the surprise of everybody, this Deputy Speaker, who was presiding over plenary on this day, had to shut Honorable Magbila down on the ground that those sponsoring the bill, even though they are Nigerians, are currently resident in the United States and they are diasporans. And on that note, the bill could not be heard. And this was done in the glare of video, cameramen, and plenary, while other members of the House of Representatives watched on. It is pathetic. While we are having problem of insecurity, our Nigerianness, even those that live abroad, is being questioned. In a country where we have a commission in charge of diaspora, headed by Honorable Abike Dabiri. So if the country can recognize diasporans and their input, what has become of us and an exerted office as the Deputy Speaker, turning down and going against the state to say that Honorable Mark Miller could not progress with the discussion because the alleged sponsors of the said bills, even though are Nigerians, citizens of Benue State, but they are not resident in Nigeria, and as such, no discussion whatsoever could be had. In the 21st century, when it's also concluded just in 2020 that the diaspora remittance to Nigeria is in the tune of 17.9 billion, which is more than some state investment, and the country will be, and that citizens cannot talk. This is sad. It is painful. Above all, I understand that this Deputy Speaker is even a graduate of a polytechnic, and further revelation shows that he had further studies abroad. Where are we going to? What is the way forward? Are diasporas no longer Nigerians? Dual citizenship is allowed in our country. Why are we remembered only for remittance? But when it comes to words, we are no longer Nigerian. This has caused ripple effect in the social media. And diasporans across are beginning to wonder what is their fate. What happens to an Edo State man living in Lagos? Can he not make contributions to progress in Edo State even though he lives in Lagos? Is this another form of Maeti Allah? Is this another form of bandits? Which way, Nigeria? Tony, can you speak on this, please?
Yeah, thank you, Austin. Just before I came to this program now, I was in a meeting where we're discussing this issue as well. And in that meeting, Nigerians from the US and some other part of the world were discussing this issue. And I also said something there, which I'm going to repeat here. It is an insult on Nigerians who are living abroad, whether in African countries or where what we call the West, or in Europe or in Asia. Big insult, because with all the problems we're already grappling with in Nigeria, this deputy speaker, Idris Wase, just added another salt to the injury. And the painful aspect is that other members of the House of Representatives, they were just looking. Nobody called him to order. Some of us at school level, we have served in parliamentary associations. Even the presiding officer can be called to order. None of them spoke. They were all just looking agape, as if nothing was happening. And like you said, the diaspora in any country, the diaspora is a major block. India, I work with figures a lot. In terms of diaspora remittances, India is #1 in the world. And on that list, Nigeria is second in Africa after Egypt. Nigeria is #6 in the world. Egypt is #5. And if you look at some figures I have here, between 2019 and 2021 that we are in now, the diaspora have remitted to Nigeria a figure, I'm just giving a range, $25 to $29 billion. My brother, you can calculate that in Naira. So from billion, we'll be going to trillion, isn't it?
Yeah.
So nobody can just wave aside the diaspora. Nobody. And I also said in that forum just some hours ago that the Nigerian Diaspora Commission is led by Honorable Abike Dabiri, who was a media guru. Some of us grew up watching Abike Dabiri on NTA.
Absolutely.
And before she joined the Alliance for Democracy, AD, we transmuted now. She now got into politics. So this is where we will know what the Nigerian Diaspora Commission is really standing for. Are they just a toothless bulldog? Are they just an organization just like that? Do you know the level of transferable skills that Nigerians in diaspora? We just had Eve Idusui on our program some few minutes ago now. She's a diaspora, and look at what she's even doing. And there are others like that. There's a lot that the diaspora does in the Nigerian community. I was looking at statistics. As far as GDP is concerned, the Nigerian diaspora contribute over 5.7% to the Nigerian economy, second only to oil. So what are we talking about? So I think the NIDCOM, Nigerian Diaspora Commission, they need to call Honorable Idris Wase to order. If he was just trying to play a joker, he needs to be told that he cannot have that on us. Because what I've noticed with some of these politicians is that they appear to be as if they are stupid, but they are not. They know what they are doing. He's playing a game, and that game must not be allowed to say true. That would be my contribution for now, so that somebody else can have the floor.
You want the Diaspora Commission headed by Abike Dabiri to say something. But it's been 5 days now that this happened. There is no apology from the said deputy speaker. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Nigeria, has not spoken. Abike Dabiri herself and her commission has not spoken. Which way, really? Do you think these people even know how weighty and destructive that statement is? And I can even say that I'm also pained that the presidency has not even said anything about it. My brother Lamte, do you think there will ever be an apology or a revert of this statement?
my brother, I think when we are discussing on this program, I just want to suggest that we should discuss without. We should discuss in the idea that we don't have a president, and so we are headless people. So let us discuss around the neck, the body, and not talk about the head, because the head will definitely have nothing to do. That's talking about, we should discuss that we don't have a president at this moment. Okay, because we don't. Nothing makes us feel that we have a president in Nigeria. Nothing. So to that extent, we better use it to even, if not love you want to use and make use and make them, because it's more productive to even do that. I'm sorry, but that's for that. But I think that I saw a statement. I saw a statement flying around where, you know, they said the deputy speaker came out, or rather his spokesperson came out to say that he was taken out of context, you know, and that it did not exactly mean it the way it was being spread. You know, he just lied in that statement. Then I saw another document flying around. It's some sort of a petition to the office of Abike Dabiri by some people in the diaspora and all of that on this particular matter. Officially, we have not heard a word from that commission. I'm aware, you know, that NIDO is going to be having a meeting very soon. That's the Nigerian Diaspora Organization. They're going to be having a meeting, and Abike Dabiri is going to be a special guest to that particular, you know, session. It's going to take place somewhere around April. I'm sure this matter is going to be on the top burner. Meanwhile, I saw that footage. Unfortunately, it's not on cue here for me to play. And when this man was talking, the deputy, what's it called, speaker, to be very honest with you, what I saw was one who is so ignorant, one who has no business being in the National Assembly, talk less of him becoming the deputy speaker of the National Assembly. Because this kind of elements we have in the system, they are the major problems we have. Otherwise, it's a Buhari, ASC Mandibuho as a people. Buhari's nonsensical relevance, or irrelevance if you may, is being padded by the failures of this National Assembly. Because they don't know themselves. All of them, with all due respect. With all due respect to somebody like, what's his name, this man from the East. What's his name, the minority leader. Can somebody remember his name? Abaribe. And the likes of my brother in the Senate. What's his name? We talked about him earlier. Urogide. These are the only few voices we have that still tells us that, okay, maybe there's something, you know, at the end of the tunnel. Otherwise, from the Senate President to the Speaker of the House of Representatives, my brother, they are all sellouts. Unfortunately, even we as ordinary Nigerians, we are even part of the problem. Because these guys, if we had a constituency that is informed, I don't see any reason why the constituency where the deputy speaker is from, they are not already signing petition to recall him and bring him back, because he has no reasons to be in National Assembly. Because what he did was a slap and insult on every Nigerian in the diaspora. Particularly when we have a government that actually care less about any Nigerian. The people who care about Nigerians are their families. Some of whom are in the diaspora. They struggle, they fight to ensure that the family is moving on. They are surviving. You just come mad because you have man. My brother, Matana, I think the right thing to be done is for all forces to be in place. This should not just be allowed. This man needs to resign and leave the National Assembly. There should be examples and deterrents. This man has no reason being there. He doesn't know why he's there. He shouldn't be there. The only reason why this man is there is to look for ways on how to share the money. The other day they announced, they said the National Assembly is broke. That's what they came. That's what they are telling Nigerians, that the National Assembly is broke. After all the monies appropriated to the National Assembly, the hundreds of millions they get in allowances, these guys still take home not less than 40 million, 30 million on a monthly basis. Whereas there are Nigerians who cannot even have 100 naira a day to feed. My brother, I don't know what we're going to do, but I think that every petitions are flying right now from everywhere, okay, from the diaspora. I think that we should hit, pile up the pressure. The man needs to go. He needs to resign. The likes of him need to go. They need to resign. They have no business being there. These guys are the ones who just go to lick the shoes of Buhari. A ghost president, one that Nigerians don't see, who doesn't address issues of Nigerians. You hear them singing. This was a president invited by this same assembly under the leadership of Egbadamilayati, the speaker. The Senate went on fire that the National Assembly has no right to invite the president. Today, nobody has addressed that. And the man disregarded the entire nation. He didn't appear. This man is appropriating funds anyhow. I have a footage. I'm sure probably I'm going to play it sometime, soon. I don't have it queued, and it was one of these governors who was speaking before Buhari was elected. He said that Buhari cannot lead Nigeria, and those who are, pushing Buhari to lead Nigeria to become president, the only reason they are doing it is because they want to have a puppet there so that they can put Buhari there as a rubber stamp and they stay behind Buhari and begin to mesmerize Nigeria. And that's actually what's happening right now. The only thing Buhari cares about are his cows, his Fura de Nunu, his family. He doesn't care about Nigerians. So he's got some slugs behind him. They put him there. Have you ever seen, look at the world round, every president is on television every day because there are issues to address. Where is Buhari? So my brother, I feel very strongly, I'm passionate about it, that this man and so many others in the National Assembly, they have no reasons being there. So it brings us to one point, and that point is that there is the urgent need for us to decide. Right now, the West, the Yorubas, they are already gradually declaring Oduduwa Republic. If you are not aware, the Easterners, they have formed a Biafra government. And just recently, in the last 48 hours, the Bender region, the Midwest region, they are already threatening to declare the Midwest states. So already, Nigeria is in anarchy. There is no leader, there is no unifying factor, there is no direction. Before this country collapses on all of our head like this, I think there is the need for us to mount pressure. Buhari either leave by himself or he should leave by other means available. Whether they are constitutional or they are not constitutional. What are the military men doing? In those days when we had bad civilians like this, we know what happens. Why should that not happen at this time? To save this country, for crying out loud. My brother, that's my take.
Thank you so much, Comrade Lamty. Yourself and Dr. Agbons, you've eloquently discussed this matter. It just reminds me of the book by Chinua Achebe. Things are falling apart, and the center can no longer hold. We have a president, but we seem not to have one. Only a few days ago, President Joe Biden skipped twice why wanting to take a first one. It took less than few minutes for pressmen and his aide to come out to talk. And next week, he'll be addressing another gathering. That's how people rule. People are dying. Our president is nowhere. The president said, the spokesman said, this is all we hear. I think to resolve this matter, there are 3 categories of people that must go in succession if one thing doesn't happen. And I think the diaspora community should press. 1, we call for an apology and the formal removal of Honorable Idris Wada from the House of Representatives. In that succession too, I think Honorable Abike Dabiri should also go if he cannot make that happen. And from there, the Minister of Foreign Affairs should also go, because these are 3 stratas that borders on diaspora life. And our impact in Nigeria cannot be overemphasized. Where we are talking about even the electronic voting and want to be part of it, to hear this is an insult. Yourself and Tony, you've put it succinctly. Because the utterance of this man shows why our polity is where we are today. I don't know where he's from, but if he went to Plateau State Polytechnic, he supposes he may be from Plateau State, which Plateau State itself is not even a core north. So where does he stand? Is it lack of education? Is it lack of awareness? Is it political business? And the sad part of it, Tony alluded to this, members of the House of Representatives stood aloof without even making any form of raising a point for matters arising. I pity for Honorable Mark Miller, who had no support from his colleagues. You cannot give what you don't have. Indeed, the House of Representatives, led by this Deputy Speaker, has painted the diaspora in a bad light. And they rubbish themselves with an incurable death that will take a long time to cure. Again, it is sad for Nigerians, but diasporans are not like the citizens in Nigeria who are scared. I think we should rise up, hold Nido to ransom, and demand the right thing be done on this issue.
I have information, sir, before you conclude. I just got information from somebody right now. It said Abike Dabiri has responded. So the person sent in a letter of Abike's response. Permit me, if you don't mind, it's not long, let me just read it out. It says, Honorable Femi Biamila, Speaker, Federal House of Representatives, National Assembly Complex, blah, 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 blah. Request for intervention. I wish to inform Your Excellency that this office is in receipt of numerous complaints on an incident that happened on the floor of the House, which has gone viral on social media. In the viral video, it appeared that the Deputy Speaker had made comments which suggested that issues concerning Nigerians in diaspora are somewhat insignificant. This video has inflamed tension and caused a significant uproar amongst Nigerian diaspora community. In view of this, we appeal to Mr. Speaker to intervene and use his good office to do all that can be done to mitigate the effects of these unfortunate incidents. Please find attached just 2 of the numerous petitions received on this incident. Please accept the assurances of my esteemed regards, Honorable Abike Dabiri. So that was somebody just sent me and reminded me that Abike had responded. Let me see if I can find a date for this letter. This letter was signed on the 15th of March, so which is like about 5-6 days ago. So I think that is the response we have from the National Assembly as far as this matter is concerned. I mean, from the Office of Abike Dabiri, the Diaspora Commission.
Thank you so much for letting our viewers know. I think that is still below par. That's not acceptable and it's not good enough. I think we should use everything we have to push for its removal so that this will serve as a deterrent.
I think so too. I second that motion. It's a majority motion. It's a majority motion. Please share this broadcast if you are there. Let this broadcast go viral. From this platform, we are moving a majority motion, okay, in line with the pulse and the feelings of Nigerians all over the world, that the deputy speaker of the Federal House of Representatives in Nigeria should honorably resign now. That's a motion we have moved and it's been seconded. It's a majority motion.
Absolutely.
Very well said, Comrade Lamte and Pharmacist Iremira. That deputy speaker insulted the sensibilities of all Nigerians in the diaspora. I've just checked, he's from Plateau State. Like Austin said, he's not even from the core north. So it goes to show that these people are just, they are all the same. In fact, they see public office as just, it's a leaking tap. It's just all about them. And he has to be used as an example. That letter from the Diaspora Commission chairman is wishy-washy for me. It's not tight at all. It's just kowtowing. And it's like the Diaspora Commission is even pleading. What are you pleading for? So this unnecessary protocol that just put a proper letter across. Excuse me? That should be done.
It is sad. And Tony, you know, all these things all come from that rogue document called the 1999 Constitution. And because is also scared because the president can remove her. If the Diaspora Commission is commissioned on its own, you can't just remove the head. That is our problem. It is sad. But I think
my brother, even at that, if the National Assembly, they know themselves, the legislative arm is truly separate from the executive arm. You understand what I'm saying now? And they are doing their job diligently. Some of these nonsense cannot be happening now. To be very honest. I mean, we've got ethics committee, we've got various committees that should tackle, disciplinary committee that should tackle things like this. The nonsense by the executive arm is not being checkmated at all. I mean, it's whether the constitution was a perfect one or not, these guys are there for what they can get for themselves.
Yeah, Comrade,
they take a lot constituency votes, nothing happens in their constituencies. They are just there. Look at Ibori we are talking about the other day. 100 million pounds. You know what that is, my brother? Just 4.2 million pounds collected from his friends and girlfriends and all those kind of many people around. It's 2.2 billion in Nigeria. Now compare that to 100 million that has not been touched, taken by Ibori alone many years ago. So you imagine how much did Oshomole take? How much did all the other governors that are not in the radar right now? Even go and look at the ones working with the Buhari himself right now. How much have they collected with this in Nigeria? So when we even say we talk about the bandits and the terrorists and all of that, all of these things, even the cries of the present governors who are stealing, all they are doing is helping to occasion this problem because they are part of the problem.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I just did the maths, Comrade Lamte. If you multiply 100 million pounds by our current exchange rate, at least the exchange rate in the market, it's about 68 billion naira.
My God.
So, and we know what that can do. And
that is more than the state budget.
And like you said, it's not just only the former governor Ibori alone. When you calculate what others are stealing, you find out that the land would have been an El Dorado by now. So it's just stealing. Nobody is being punished. People only get punished when they are in the wrong political party. It was in this same Nigeria with a former chairman of a party said, if you come to our party, your sins will be forgiven.
Was the sins not forgiven?
It
He was. I'm talking of Cross River State governor. Is he not the one right now with working with the Buhari right now?
Akpabio, who was having issues, He just changed political party and then he became a candidate and contested for the Senate. Eventually, he lost that, and then he was compensated with NDDC, and we see what's going on there at the moment. So it is just a cycle. But like I said, I said it last week somewhere. Nature abhors a vacuum. Some of the things that are happening now, is going to create a balance. And I have one belief that something drastic is going to happen. What that is, I don't really know, and I cannot say. But I just believe that, that we are just on the verge of a precipice, and I believe something drastic is going to happen.
It should happen fast. Very important. It should happen fast.
Thank you so much, my brother Tony. And if you sort of do a bit of investigation, you'll be surprised that this Honorable Idris Wase may even have a child or two in diaspora, probably studying.
Of course.
So you see, they don't even know what they are saying. They just open their mouth and talk what they like. But I think
Austin, they know what they are doing. Now, what they do, they talk at their convenience. If it's convenient for them at that time, okay? If that matter right now, it was in the interest of himself or his family, and it's coming from diaspora, he will uphold it. Are you following what I'm saying now? Now that matter is not in his immediate interest. Probably the next thing to be discussed is a matter of how to look at some monies, how to share some money, how to work out some formula. Why is this man bringing a petition from the diaspora? So he wants to squash it. And you were even saying that the other members of the house didn't say a thing. My brother, when he quashed it, okay, the voice vote of the other members quashed it. To be very honest, those who said yeah, they were more than those who said nay. Are you following what I was saying now? So at the end of the day, when you look at the matter all together, you understand what I'm saying now? All these people, my brother, anyhow, carry on.
Let me just throw this in. I think we are rounding up this issue. In the whole of all this matter we are talking about, one major solution for the country is a mental shift. It's a change of mentality. It's a change of values. Because I think it's even like Comrade has said it. If you even look at, I go through social media, I read. If you look at even what some of our people are talking about, people are registering to be members of political party. I'm like, this 2023 people are preparing for. Do you think that the way we are going now, we are going to get there as a country? I said, this country is pulling apart. If some of you don't know, this country is drifting. So for people are like, no, when we begin to prepare for election they come. I said, look, under this same system, I said, it is not going to work. So it is high time even the ordinary Nigerians, they need to know that you need to sow a seed to reap fruit tomorrow. So, but people are just looking at the now and make with the manager and they go. But all that is not helping us.
Thank you guys for your contribution. I think we're not going to discuss this matter any further, but we should let Nigerians know that though we are Nigerians, diasporans are unique. And on this occasion, I think the removal of the deputy speaker should be the paramount goal. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Seconded. Well, on the last note, Edo people and Nigerians across the world, we want to express our gratitude to everybody who has been part of this program. Like I said earlier, we cannot end our program without talking about a few things. We're going to be, hopefully by next week, we're going to be looking at the National Sports Festival that will be taking place in Edo State from next month. We're going to be bringing all the details, and of course, we want to salute Governor Obaseki for this, stride. Edo State is open to all Nigerians right now, to come. Peace is gradually being restored, although we still have pocket of issues around some areas in Ishan land, but I'm sure that the combined team of the security operatives, they will be on that matter to resolve that matter. But Edo State is ready from the things we can see on ground. Edo State track and field events. Edo State is ready to host the world. And of course, we give kudos to the governor of Edo State for his efforts and all of that. Of course, again, we want to equally congratulate the governor of Edo State for winning the appeal court case. We didn't make this matter an issue because from the verdict from the Federal High Court, appeal, it was dead on arrival, and I'm glad, one thing gladdened my heart when the appeal judgment came, for wasting the time of the majesty of the court. The Izeyamu team, and of course all of them, they were fined. They had to pay 250,000 to the governor of Edo State and 50,000 to INEC and some other respondents in that particular matter. I'm sure that if they go to the Supreme Court, if they decide to go to the Supreme Court, they will still lose and they probably will be fined even more. Okay, and all that. So Edo people should be relaxed. The Governor Obaseki is governor of Edo State till 2024. Just for us to put this in proper perspective, I just have this 2 minutes footage to play. I give credit to ITV for this footage. ITV Radio actually, did this, this, and of course, just take a listen, please.
On the 9th of January 2021, Justice Ahmed Mohammed of the Federal High Court, Abuja Division, dismissed the alleged certificate forgery suit against Governor Godwin Obaseki, where he described the APC allegation as a stranger telling a man that he is not the father of his child. Not satisfied, the APC challenged the judgment at the Court of Appeal. Delivering judgment on the suit at the appeal court, Justice Stephen Ada holds that the lower court was right in its findings, that the testimony of the Deputy Registrar, Legal, University of Ibadan, Abayomi Ajayi, who confirmed that Obaseki attended the school in 1976 and fulfilled the requirement for admission to study classicals, brings to an end the allegation of forgery. That the evidence is direct, showing that Obaseki did not forge any certificate he submitted to INEC. That based on that, Governor Obaseki fulfills all requirements to contest for the governorship position of Edo State. That Obaseki did not violate Section 182 of the 1999 Constitution. Justice Ada says the APC failed to prove the certificate forgery allegation, that the appeal is quite unmeritorious, and he dismissed it with 250,000 naira award in favor of Governor Obaseki and 50,000 naira each in favor of the PDP and INEC. Counsel to the PDP, Razak Isen Aluname, in his reaction commends the reasoning of the court.
This is the point we keep on making, and we have made several times, that they are pursuing shadows. They went further to say they were not concerned whether it has the original or not. But the photocopy presented, we all made photocopies. The explanation was given why the date was cut off. And the court agreed with us and agreed with the lower court. Instead, and found their case unmeritorious and most frivolous. And the case has been dismissed with substantial cost. So we are very happy. And on our own side here, we dedicate this victory to Olusegun Odubela, who was with us all through, but unfortunately passed away on Monday.
If not satisfied,
may his soul rest in peace. That young man they mentioned just now. That's the report, of course, we've heard. On a last note, before we say goodbye for this segment, I personally want to express commendations, to Senator Uroide. Dr. Agbos, can you remind me his constituency? I know it's from Oredo, right?
Yeah, he's a senator of Edo South.
Edo South.
Edo South, yes. I'm making, this public commendation because of some of the things that we have seen, his impact in his own constituency. Yesterday, I received a call, and that he facilitated, transformer that was being installed at, let me see if I can get that. Information was sent to me, and I actually have some video footage of that matter. At Upper St. Saviour Aziz of Irini in Umelu. Now, apart from this issue of this transformer, Senator Uroride has actually been installing street lights across various streets in his constituency. And as a senator, imparting his own constituency as this, influencing projects to his constituency, I think is a good thing. And I hope that other, Edo, members of the National Assembly we should actually feel their impact. We have a number of them. Maybe very soon we'll start to call their names, because some of them, when you're there, we don't actually know what they are doing. We are not feeling their impact. And this same senator is one senator we regularly hear his voice at the National Assembly. So we are going to look to chase and see if we can. We are going to try to bring him to this platform, on one of these days to have a chat with him. And of course, and we are saying this because we want every representative to be a progressive. Let us advance, Edo State. Go ahead, my brother.
Just to add, Honorable Matthew Orogide was Student Union Government President, University of Benin at his time.
Yes. Thank you very much for that. No, of course, without trying to sound immodest, University of Benin products, anywhere they are, no, it's the difference is always clear. Everybody will get that, school for blood. We didn't know how the matter be, and all that. So, but kudos to Matthew Orogide, Senator Matthew Orogide, and of course, congratulations to Edo South Senatorial District and his constituency and all that he's been doing. And we hope that he will not get tired, and we hope that others will learn. Both those who are members of House of Reps today, or House of Assembly, or those holding any position, let us contribute to our home and make Edo a better place for all of us. So on that note, Edo people,
Lamte,
go ahead, sir.
I think we gave you a wrong information. He's representing Edo North. Edo South. That's correct.
Edo South, yes. It's Edo South.
No, the information we gave to Lamte was correct. It's an Edo South.
Yes, an Edo South.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's been in the National Assembly now since 2015. So
yes.
It's a ranking senator.
We are feeling his impact, and we are happy.
Yeah. Lamte, just to add, I really support what you said, that we begin to have these are representative coming up to to have a chat and kind of get feedback from our people. We'll get them on this program to make them talk to our people.
We'll look to that, yes. So, dope people across the world and Nigerians, we want to express our gratitude to everybody who's been part of this program. Please share the broadcast, let it go around, because that's the whole essence. But we're going to come your way again next Sunday. My name is still Comrade Lamte Igbonsa Oriahi. It has not changed. Whenever it does, be sure I'm going to let you know. And I'm going to be saying goodbye right now. But before I do, of course, I still have the Musketeers who are just going to say, the last word, at least for this edition, until we come again. Let me start with Comrade Dr. Tony Usawawa Agbons. Dr. Agbons, go ahead, sir.
Yeah, thank you, my brother, Comrade Lamte. Always my pleasure being here. Our people, especially those who have been sharing our program, our top fans, thank you so much for what you are doing, supporting us in this program. Thank you for being with us today. My brother, Pharmacist Remiran, always a pleasure being on this program with you. You all have a very blessed new week. Thank you so much.
Yes, equally we have in the house another musketeer. That's talking of Comrade Pharmacist Austin Iremira. Is my beloved son in whom I'm well placed.
Thank you very much, Comrade Lamte. I just want to, just before I thank our viewers, those of our viewers living in the United Kingdom, just to remind you, 12 midnight today is the last time for census. It's very common that most of us foreigners, we don't want to always do our census, but the government uses a lot in this country. So I encourage our viewers to make sure they do their census at least by midnight, before midnight today. On that note, I want to thank our viewers. Thank you, Tony Agbons, our indefatigable and ever vibrant Comrade Lamte Oriahi, and our wonderful viewers. We are indeed very grateful. Today's one has been a lengthy one, but it's been our Sunday tonic, and we just have to always have a goal. So thank you so much for joining us. Have a very pleasant week.
Yes, thank you so very much. Of course, we have a number of persons online. Very many of them are light angels. We are glad you guys did join. We cannot mention all the names. Of course, we have, one of the patrons of the Comrade show, Dr. Loretta Boroko. She had time to watch us today. We are grateful to you. Vitor Sadiai, thank you very much. Sister Felicia Eboigbe, thank you. Rosemary Esetukumbo is a wonderful light angel. Thank you so very much. I think Rosemary Esetukumbo is actually the very first light angel we have. Thank you so very much for joining. Yes, Modisho Ralph, I see you there. You are there. Godwin Ogbe, thank you for being part of it. Terry, thank you. You did share. May God bless you, my friend. Agama Gibon Mabel, thank you, Mabel. Thank you for joining. You guys are wonderful, wonderful people. Dorin Amanta, another very wonderful light angel who's been part of this program. We thank you. Etunsa Evidence, thank you very much for sharing. And so many others who did join us today on this program. Africa Frank, thank you very much. I like that. And of course, one of our very outstanding light angel, Patience Irabosh, who's been part of this. He's always part of it. Faith Dehen Izogia, thank you so very much. All you guys are wonderful people. You make this program what it is, and we are happy. Beyond the skies are limits. We're going to keep on pushing. So long as there are always things to talk about, we'll be here to talk. It's been a Comrade show. And of course, my name is Comrade Lante Oriaki. And I will not forget to say quickly that my brother, Dr. Agbons, did very well on Arise Television. And he's keeping the flag flying on behalf of the team and, of course, himself and family. He's doing a lot to ensure that Nigeria becomes great again. On that note, my people, I want to say well done to you all. Thank you very much. It's been a Comrade show. Stay blessed. Have a good night. I will see you again. Bye for now.
Make Comrade show with Comrade Lante Oriaki, live on Facebook and YouTube. Like us, follow us, and be the first to know. This is the Comrade show. Make